Hello and welcome to my channel, Nicola Yoga. My name is Nicola. So welcome to day 13 of 31 days of yoga for pause, for presence and for peace. So today we're going to be doing some half sun salutations again. So warming up the body and warming up our fire, and we're going to be resetting the nervous system, resetting the spine and our resting poses. So we're going to start just grounding in with the feet are hip distance apart. And before we get started, if you have water available to hydrate or in something comfortable, and have you hit that subscribe button? Yes, just here. Hit the bell so you don't miss anything. And I hope that you will share with me on this beautiful journey. Okay, so standing with feet hip distance apart, ground down through the feet. Feel like you're growing roots down through your feet. Engage through the legs, slight tuck in the pelvis, shoulders pull back and down. Nice open heart. Spread the hands out wide like a starfish. Maybe flutter the eyes closed. Slight tuck in the chin. Coming into your why while you show up to your mat each day. Maybe setting a sankalpa or setting an intention for your practice or the rest of your day. Maybe even the rest of your week. As you relax the jaw, allow the tongue to release from the roof of the mouth. Nice long deep breath in through the nose. Past the rib cage, deep into the abdomen, release with a big sigh. Letting go of any distracting thoughts or anything that you may have brought with you to your mat today. You find your mind wandering into breath as you go through your practice. Just come back to the breath like the sound of the ocean. You move with breath, the body will move with grace and ease. And if at any time throughout your practice you feel a sharp pain or any discomfort any deeper than a 4 to 6 out of 10, please come back to a resting pose. So this is a resting pose. Breathe. Just coming into a few moments of silence, letting go of anything that's no longer serving you. The eyes open, come back, wiggle out the fingers, wiggle out the toes. Inhale, hands up, overhead, looking up to the palms. Exhale, face the palms forwards and then slowly, mindfully dive in like diving off a diving board. Reminder to micro bend those knees as we're in forward fold at Uttanasana. Nodding the head, yes. Shaking the head, no. Inhale, flat back. Neck stays in line with the spine. Pull the shoulders back and down. Exhale, release. Inhale, as we bend the knees deeply, sweep the arms back and then forwards. Engage the legs, tuck in the pelvis, nice open heart. Pull the shoulders back and down. Hands reach overhead. Maybe a slight back bend. Exhale through heart center. The shoulders back and down, tadasana, namaskar. Inhale up. Exhale, face the hands forwards, bend at the crease of the hips, slowly coming down. And release. Again, micro bend those knees, listen to your body, and shake the head, yes. And shake the head now. Releasing any tension. Inhale to Adho Uttanasana, micro bend those knees, shoulders pull back and down, neck is in line with the spine. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep the arms back and then slowly reverse dive all the way up. Slight back bend. Exhale, tadasana, namaskar. So mountain in prayer. Inhale up, face the hands forwards, and again bend from the crease of the hips, slowly coming all the way down mindfully. Again, nod the head yes. Shake the head no. Inhale, Adho Uttanasana. Exhale, release. Again, sweep the hands back, coming all the way up. Slight back bend. Exhale through heart center. Breathe. So the sun salutations wake up the body, create fire through your core. Just warming up here. Breathe. Inhale as you raise the hands up, hands face forwards. Exhale into a twist. So twists are detoxifying. Nice open heart here. Breathe. Inhale back up, hands face forwards, and again exhale to the inside. Again, inhale up, exhale twist. Inhale up, exhale twist. One more time, inhale up, exhale twist. Inhale up, exhale twist. Back to center, hold here for 5 breaths. And sweep the hands down, Samastiti. I'm just going to turn to the side. So coming to the top of our mat again, feet are hip distance apart, not hips or feet distance apart. That doesn't work, does it? Okay, so taking the left leg back. So both feet are facing forwards, coming into high lunge. So come up onto the tippy toe, slight bend in that knee, nice bend in that front knee. You should be able to see your big toe. So by bringing that foot up to that nice 90-degree angle, it helps you to balance, stay connected. Ground down, lift up through the core, and then raise the arms up. Breathe. And then twist. Inhale back up. And then exhale to the inside. Inhale back up. Hands come to heart center. And then taking the left elbow onto the outside of the right knee. You can either stay here, bringing the palms back to heart center, pull the shoulder back, or extend the arms. 5 breaths here. Slowly coming back. Reach back up. Take 2 breaths. And then float the hands down, come down onto the knee. Extend that leg back. And then reach up into a low lunge. Breathe. Press the hips forwards, shoulders are facing forwards. Float the hands down, and then extend the leg. Coming into half splits, maybe flexing the foot, walking the hands forwards towards the feet. Feeling the stretch in the shoulders and the hamstring. Breathe. Float forwards, and then back. Breathe. Float forwards again, and then back. Slowly coming back, curl under the toes, and then take the right foot to meet the left, coming back to the dog. And breathe. Maybe walking the dog here, bending one knee in towards the chest and then the other in adho svanasana. If you want to go deeper and feel a stretch in the shoulders, you can also look under the opposite elbow as you bend the other knee. Breathe. And then slow walk up to meet the hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release. Inhale, so you sweep the hands back, coming all the way up. Slight back bend. Exhale through heart center. Again, hands come back to the hips. Take the right foot back this time, both feet are facing forwards. And if it takes a couple steps to get there, that's okay too. Being where you are. Inhale as we reach the hands up and overhead. Hips press forwards. Engage the glutes. Breathe. Again, come up onto the sole of the right foot. So creating that 90-degree angle, help to give you extra stability here, help you to balance. Breathe. Slowly bring the hands to heart center and then twist to the side. Breathe. Back to center and twist over towards the other side. Back to center. Hands come through heart center and then taking the right elbow onto the outside of the left knee. Hands come back to heart center. Pull that shoulder back. You can either stay here or extend the arms. Breathe. Slowly come back, come out of the twist, reach back up, and then float the hands down, bring the back knee down, extend that leg out, and then again press up to a low lunge. Float the hands back down. Now flexing the foot, straightening out that leg with a micro bend and reach the hands forwards towards the foot. Breathe, so stretching out the shoulders and the hamstring. And then slowly come back. And float back to our hand splits. And then again coming back. And then as time flex the foot, coming back to our half splits. And then back. We're going to curl under the toes, press down through the hands. And then we're going to spring off that back foot, coming back to Uttanasana, folding. Again, nodding the head, chest, shaking the head now. Inhale, take the hands over towards the left side of the foot, coming to Parshva Uttanasana. You can bend those knees. Breathe. And then back to center and over towards the right side. Breathe. Back to center. Inhale, flat back. Pull the shoulders back and down. Neck stays in line with the spine. Exhale, release. Inhale, as you sweep the hands back, coming all the way up, slight back bend. Exhale through heart center. So we're going to do a couple more of those chairs that we did a few days ago. Inhale, hands up. Exhale through heart center. Grow heavy in the heels, and then allow the sit bones to come back. Curl up the toes, will engage. Neck stays in line with the spine, pull the shoulders back and down. Breathe. Maybe going a little bit deeper. You can do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fold in. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release. Inhale, as you sweep the hands back, coming all the way up to slight back bend. Exhale through heart center. This time I'm going to sweep the hands forwards, level with the ears. And then again, come heavy in the heels, curl up the toes, come back to our chair, Uttanasana. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch back up. Slight exhale through heart center. One more time, inhale up, exhale as we sweep the hands forwards and then coming back to our chair. Curl up the toes, heavy in the heels. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Folding. Again, nod the head, just shake the head now. Maybe walking the forward fold, so come high on the sole and breathe. And folding. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release. Inhale as we slowly come up like a ragdoll, fingertips come to the ankles, the shins, engage the legs, the knees, the thighs. And exhale as we tuck the pelvis, nice open heart. Exhale, samstiti, breathe. Just focus in and just notice how the body is feeling right now. You should feel some energy in the palms of your hands and your fingers. Pull the shoulders back and down, slight tuck in the chin. Maybe floating the eyes closed or rest with your gaze about 2 or 3 feet ahead. Into tadasana or samstiti. Breathe. And then coming back to center. Okay, we're just going to do a little bit of work on the neck. So we're going to rotate the neck one way. Again, you can keep the eyes closed or open, your choice. Breathe. And then rotate the other way. And back to center. I'm going to take the left hand over onto the right ear as we slowly put gentle pressure on the head. Flex the hand on the other side. So this is good for headaches. You can do this sitting or standing, your choice. Breathe. Pull the shoulders back and down. Feel the stretch along the side of the neck and top of the shoulder. Slowly come back up, shake it out. And then repeat on the other side. So right hand comes to the left ear, and then gentle pressure on the head, flex the hand, allowing the arm to come away from the body. And again, feeling the shoulders pull back and down, and feeling the stretch along the neck and the tops of the shoulder. Breathe. And slowly come back up. Nice. Inhale the hands up overhead, slight back bend. Exhale through heart center, tadasana and namaskar. Inhale up. Exhale as you slowly dive in. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release. We're going to step the feet wide. Coming into Prasarita Padottanasana. So feet are wide, big toes facing forwards, hands reach back level with the heels. Maybe resting your head on your crown and just holding here. So this is a good preparatory pose for headstand. So if you were going to come into headstand, you'd bring your hands together. So head isn't dumping, and then you start to raise, coming up onto the tippy toes, and then start to bring the legs up. So you can maybe try this. We're not actually going to come into headstand, we're just preparing the core, preparing the muscles for headstand.
coming up on the tippy toes and back down. Hands walk back to a flat back and breathe. Walk the hands back. And then we're going to point one toe out, one heel inward and come down to surface pose. Back up and then to the other side. And back to center. We're going to bring the hands to the hips. Inhale and slowly, slowly, slowly come all the way back up. Breathe. Inhale the hands overhead. Slight back bend. Exhale through heart center. Heel toe, heel toe. About mat distance apart. And then again, slowly, mindfully come down all the way to our yogi squat. So from here, hands come to heart center. Slight tuck in the pelvis, grow tall in the spine. And breathe. Bringing the pressing through the arms to the hips, so we give ourselves a nice hip opening here. Slight tuck in the chin, breathe. And then if you have crow in your practice, you can either come into crow or you can open the chest, holding here for 5 breaths and then on the other side for 5 breaths. So your choice. If you don't have crow, please don't try this until you've tried this in a regular yoga class. So hands come underneath the shoulders. We bring the knees up into the armpits. Ground down through the hands, gaze is back foot ahead. Take one big toe to center, then the other. And then engage through the core as we start to breathe and lift up. Coming into flight. And slowly coming out. And then rotate the wrists one way. And rotate the wrists the other way. We're either going to come down to hero pose in kneeling, balasana, or if you want to go deeper in hero, you can take the feet out to the side, so level the hips. So wherever you are, be where you are, not forcing. We're going to bring the right hand out like a stop sign, pull the shoulder back and down. We're going to pull the fingers back, so giving ourselves a wrist exercise here. Breathe, and then the thumb. Not forcing. Hand comes down. And then float the elbow, eyelid of the elbow up, and then press on the fingers again. And then repeat on the other side. So left hand presses forwards like a stop sign, pull the shoulder back and down. And then again, the other hands come to the fingers, pressing back on the fingers. And then press down on the hand. And then again, flip the hand over, eyelid of the elbow faces up, and then gentle pressure on the fingers here. We forgot the thumb on the other side. I'm only human. And release. Bring the shoulders up to the ears. Release back, let go. Inhale up. Exhale back, let go. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Now from here, I'm just going to turn around so you can actually see me. We can come into a yin pose. So If having both legs out like this is too much, then just take out one leg. So being where you are, again, not forcing. So from here, if we can bring the hands back, open the chest. Or if you want to go deeper, you can come down to the elbows. Now if you have good flexibility, maybe exploring coming all the way down, but if you feel an ouch, come back up. So shoulders come away from the ears and just ground in here, breathe. If you had one leg extended, then start to come back up. Press down through the hands, and again extend the other leg out straight. Or again, if you are in the full version of the pose, just stay right where you are with both legs in towards the hips, or feet in towards the hips, and staying down. So again, hands come under, slightly under the sit bones, pull the shoulders back and down, and then come down onto the elbows, and again either stay here or coming into the full version of the pose as we come all the way down. Shoulders come away from the ears, palms can either face up, or you can bring one hand to the heart and one hand to the abdomen. Coming into the practice of compassion, breathe. Slowly coming back up. So hands come underneath the sit bones, press up through the elbows, take one leg out long, and then the other, and then bringing the feet to mat distance apart, and just windshield wiper the legs. Breathe. And then from here, we're just going to do a rock and roll to massage out the spine, so holding onto the hamstrings, and roll back for 3, 2, and 1. Staying down, legs come up the wall, hands plant down, shoulders come away from the ears. Inhale to a straddle. Exhale back. Again, inhale, straddle. Flex the feet this time. Exhale back. Point the toes. And then straddle. Inhale back. Flex the feet. I'm just staying here for a few moments. We're going to relax the feet. Relaxing the ankles, the knees, and become heavy in the thighs. Breathe. Feeling the energy coming back to your hips. And then slowly, mindfully, going to bring the feet together, coming into Supta Baddha Konasana or supine butterfly. Again, you can either put 2 cushions or bed pillows underneath the thighs for support, maybe blocks if you need, or just allow the knees to just fall out to the sides. Maybe put gentle pressure on the thighs and just focus inwards. Nice long deep breath deep down into the core, releasing with a big sigh. 2 more just like that. Coming back to the breath, like calling a small child back from play. Relaxing the jaw, Allowing the tongue to release from the roof of the mouth. Coming back to our why, or repeating our intention or sankalpa, or maybe just being grateful for 3 things in your life. Breathe. As you find a few moments of silence in your practice, finding peace in your practice, finding presence and pause. And then slowly starting to wake up the body, wiggling out the fingers, wiggling out the toes as we bring our hands to the outside of our thighs, bringing our knees back together. Inhale as we bring the knees in towards the chest and just rock backwards and forwards, massaging out the sacral spine. Now from here you can either go into full shavasana and stay there as long as you need, or raising the left arm overhead and roll over to one side. Rest with your gaze about 2 or 3 feet ahead or flat with the eyes closed. Breathe. And then from here pressing down with the palms, straightening out that top leg as we come back to a nice easy seated position at the front of your mat. Engage through the sit bones, grow tall in the spine, shoulders fall back and down, slight tuck in the chin. Resting with the backs of your hands on your knees and breathe. Allowing the practice to nurture your body, just feeling the benefits of your practice just now. And then from here we're going to inhale the hands up overhead. Exhale through heart center. Again, inhale. Exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Resting the hands back to Anahata Chakra, our heart chakra. Place of loving connection. Focus inwards. Tucking the chin, coming into prayer. I honour the place in you in which the entire universe dwells. I honour the place in you which is of love, of truth, of light, and of peace. When you are in that place in you, I am in that place in me. We are one. Namaste. Thank you everyone for sharing in our practice today. I hope you enjoyed the flow. So you have finished day 13 of 31 days of yoga for pause, for presence and for peace. So well done. We're almost halfway there. So tomorrow is day 14. So before we end, if you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, it is just there. Please follow me on this journey. Maybe hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything. again, it's an honor to share with you on this journey.